I see we're live again. Hello, everyone. Apparently, I was going to do this on my sports reaction account, but fortunately, I have to wait about 24 hours to start live streaming on there. So we'll do another version of this on there. Welcome everybody to the Sports Q&A. I'm your host, Sports Reaction, also known as Alex Brogan, also known as Quackers Clocks. And today, we're going to be answering some of your sports questions. Nobody gave me any sports questions, but you can give me some in the chat if you would like. So, whoever just joined, thank you. Hello. They left. I'm going to let Tyler know that I am streaming. Oh, he came back. Somebody's on this stream. It says there's one person here. So, yeah, it's going to take about a day or two. I'll do a stream probably on Sunday on there. But today we're going to be doing a stream for sports Q&A. Hopefully somebody can join or something. I'm going to let Tyler know I'm streaming. And hopefully he joins sometimes. Yeah, I hope Tyler's in the chat right now. Okay. It said my connection was unstable earlier. I don't know what that. I don't know what that has to do with anything. It's just a sports Q&A. The last time I did a stream like this, it was like the Aaron Rodgers situation, the Aaron Rodgers press conference that happened at the end of May. And a lot of people showed up from Tom Grassi's stream, which is kind of surprising because, I put sports in the title, goddammit. Why did I not? Okay. So, first video I'll probably be doing on the Sports Reaction channel is a vlog of my experiences at a minor league baseball game. So, hopefully that can gain some traction. I'm not working on it currently. I'll probably work on it this weekend, hopefully. And yeah, hopefully somebody can join. Somebody that I know, Tyler or Wade or somebody. I told Tyler I was streaming. So, anyways, if anybody does show up to this stream, put in the chat, ask a question. I can probably answer it for you. Whether it be football, hockey, baseball, or basketball, those will probably be the main sports that I'll be covering on the Sports Reaction channel. I'll probably turn my focus over to that. So, anyways, I know Sports Reaction is kind of a basic name, but it'll have to do. Sports Reactions. So, okay. So, Hall of Fame game was last night, and the Steelers came out with a victory. It was 16-3. That was the final of last night's game. It wasn't really it wasn't. I know I didn't think it was going to be a high scoring game. To be honest, I thought it was going to be like 24-21. But to be honest with you, I just couldn't I couldn't like. It was the first like preseason game of it was the first preseason game. So yeah, that was kind of something. I mean, at least it was football. I mean, it was boring football, but it's. I'm surprised Ben DiNucci could, like. I mean, the Cowboys couldn't really do anything. They didn't have all their starters. I mean, they shouldn't have had all their starters. I mean, they didn't, which is good because you get to see like the backups play each other. So in the first quarter, oh, I see Wade's on this stream. I don't see anything in the stream. Hold on, I gotta turn this to live chat. Okay, here we go. All right, so Wade said, "Now my vaccinated mom might have COVID, so relapse time, probably." He also said 16-3. That's the amount of people that understand life. Who was smoking weed in my house? 730 North Williams Avenue, Hastings, Nebraska. I just doxed your address, by the way. Okay, I see Wade's on this stream. I didn't see that top chat. You just doxed your address in the stream. Do you have any like sports questions for me? Bought by Norm Giesler in 1987 for like $200,000. Wow. I think my I don't even know what our house is worth. Probably about 160,000. That's probably more than. But do you have any like sports questions? Who do you think is gonna win the best friend bowl? Score prediction. Okay. I made a mistake earlier, like last night. I thought the best friend bowl game was supposed to be on Saturday the 14th, but I'm actually going to be doing a stream that night. It's going to be the Chiefs versus the 49ers. It's going to be the Super Bowl 54 rematch. Shit extravaganza. For the Best Friend Bowl, which is going to be on August 20th, that's going to be a Friday. Unfortunately, I can't stream that day because I have camp. I'll probably just see like the scorecast and something like that. I should have actually scheduled it on the 14th. All right, so I know the Chiefs are going to win this one, especially if they're going to start chatting. Super Bowl rematch. Get Angus on to play patty cake with both your hands smothered in butter. Okay, that's actually funny. I'll stream a goddamn it Romney. Goddamn it Romney. Oh, I get it. Okay, so for my score prediction, I'll probably say it's probably gonna be a low scoring game because it's the preseason. First of all, I'll probably say like 17-14 Chiefs. I'm gonna show this message. It says goddamn Mitt Romney. I'd say like 17-10. 17-14. It'll probably be a battle of field goals, and probably I don't know, but I'm gonna say 17-14 for Kansas City. I mean, the Chiefs are gonna be good this year, especially with who's the home team. I believe it's going to be Arizona. I believe it is Arizona. Let's see. Chiefs versus Cardinals. Yeah, they're the home team. Ask me more questions. Like Tyler was asking me some questions about specific players, and what I thought of them. That's sounded like a good idea. That was last night's stream, but I'm doing another one. I'm doing another stream here. Okay, we'll win. I don't think Mahomes can win in hot weather. Super Bowl 55, Chargers in 2018. Super Bowl 54 wasn't a choke on the Chiefs side. It was actually 49ers had a 10-point lead, and then they kind of collapsed on themselves, especially if it's Kyle Shanahan's offense. Because Kyle Shanahan, oh, hello, Jazzy Mixel 7. I didn't expect you to join this stream today. Okay, I've got a ton of questions here. Okay, so I got a ton of questions. Okay, well, when I think Mahomes can win in hot weather. I mean, Mahomes can win in hot weather for sure. I mean, I think they lost to the Chargers because the Chargers were actually good in 2018 before, Philip Rivers, yeeted himself to the Indianapolis. I mean, he left in 2019 to play for the Colts in 2020, and they got knocked out on the wild card against the Bills. So that was kind of a I actually was rooting for the Bills anyways. So, yeah. What do you think of Haha Clinton Dix? I know he's a free agent right now, but I haven't seen much of his stats. Let me look up his stats real quick. Haha Clinton Dix. I'm going to show Austin next message here. I haven't seen much of his stats. He's still a free agent. He hasn't been in the league since he was on the Cowboys practice squad in 2020. So he has a few stats in Alabama. He went to Alabama. He was a defensive back. Okay, so he was the Green Bay Packers. Let's see his stats. Okay, so he has in 2014. Okay, so he has a career total of 522 combined tackles, 417 solo tackles, 105 assistant tackles, 5.5 sacks. Has 33 interceptions. 33. Let's see. What is PD? I'm going to look this up. Pass defended. Pass deflections? Yeah, that's 33. PD is pass deflections. Never mind. 33 pass deflections, 16 interceptions, 212 yards. LNG, that's probably long. I don't even know. What's LNG? Longest interception return. 59 yards and 1 touchdown. Has 4 forced fumbles, 4 fumble recoveries, 1 yard, and no touchdowns. So he's pretty decent safety. I think he's bound to sign with anybody. He could sign with a practice. He could probably be on the practice squad for a little bit. He was drafted by the Packers, 21st overall in 2014. Came out of Alabama, and played for Washington in 2018. Played for the Bears in 2019, and then played on the Cowboys practice squad in 2020. Okay, so story behind the banner. I got a lot of chats to catch up to, first of all. Okay, Jasmine87 said, hey there, sorry I'm late. And Austin Alex said, the 49ers could have won. They choked the fucking lead. Yeah, they did. Jasmine7 says, anyways, what sports are you into? Football, basketball, hockey, and baseball. That's probably what I'm going to be covering on the Sports Reaction channel. I'll link it in the chat if you want to, subscribe to it, because I'm probably going to do some more streams on there. I'll do another Q&A stream. So those are probably the 4 major sports I'll probably be covering on that channel. Austin X says, I had a dream last night. Norm knocked on my door in a rage because his Cowboys lost. I think he's in hell telling Satan to manipulate my dreams because of the support of the Cowboys. My support of the Cowboys wasn't enough. That's kind of weird. Says pass defense. PD is actually pass deflections. I did not know that until just now. Um, he also says, if you're a Chiefs fan, what's with the banner? Okay, so the banner right behind me is from the Cleveland Browns. I'm actually from Cleveland, Ohio. So Ben DiNucci is starting to think week one. I think he's amazing. I told everybody here. Ben DiNucci just needs some time to develop as a quarterback. They'll probably start Dak Prescott if his shoulder issue doesn't get worse. If not, they'll probably start Garrett Gilbert or somebody like that. Probably not Ben DiNucci because he's a second-year quarterback. He's also a seventh-round pick. Remember when I was so happy when they put DiNucci in? I think it was because of that Gucci DiNucci shit that people were talking about last year when he started after Andy Dalton got that concussion, and against the Washington football team. And I mean, he just needs some more time to develop as a quarterback. He came out of James Madison University, got drafted in the 7th round by the Cowboys, and I don't understand why. They brought back Garrett Gilbert from I believe the AAF, if I'm not mistaken, or the XFL or somebody that. Austin Elenek says, I hope COVID comes back worse so Perno's Broncos can start a practice squad wide receiver again. Oh, yeah. Kendall Hinton. That's a great week. Week 12 was probably one of my favorite weeks last year because of the Steelers-Ravens thing, the Broncos having a practice squad wide receiver playing at quarterback. It was just so funny. I don't think COVID's probably gonna. I know there was something about Kirk Cousins trying to stay away from people because he was exposed to somebody with COVID. But wait. Okay. Okay, so Austin Olenek says, I wish they could step to the run and use halfback to wide receiver plays. What about I mean, who, the Broncos or the Cowboys? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who you're referring to, they, and I think we're in two different tangents. I don't know if you're talking about the Broncos. I don't know if you're talking about the Cowboys or the Steelers. I mean, jet sweep plays or like Philip Lindsay starting in QB. I mean, Philip Lindsay is not on the team anymore. They equals Broncos. They don't like be calling him. That's funny. Non-binary people. Anyways, they equals Broncos. Okay. I wish the Broncos should stick in the run and use halfback to wide receivers. I mean, you still have to have your quarterback in your line. I mean, you probably have to hand it off to Philip Lindsay if he was still on the team and he could throw it to, say, Cortland Sutton or somebody like that. That could work if, they try to trick play. But in reality, if you're going to run the ball, you just hand it off to the running back and just, let him, run into the tackle. I mean, running the ball works if you have a good running back like Derrick Henry or somebody like that, or let's say Saquon Barkley if he's healthy, or okay, I'm over exaggerating. Penn State Saquon Barkley, but to be honest, I'm just kind of imagining that in my head. So quarterback would hand it off to the running back, and the running back would step up and throw it deep to a wide out. That's what I'm thinking. If they did the Philly special, every play would be better. Better yet, PA slot streak, a play you don't know. It's a play where the slot wide receiver starts a quarterback and the actual QB is a wide receiver in Wildcat. Yeah, that's probably something in Madden because yeah, that's I understand what you're talking about. PA is play action because I know what play action fakes are, but it's a play where the slot wide receiver starts a QB and the actual QB is a wide receiver. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I mean, the Philly. I was just gonna mention the Philly special. It was actually a tight end, Trey Burton, who threw to the QB at Nick Foles for that. So you're thinking, I mean, wide receivers just catch the ball uh, over a like a deep set of yardage, um, but tight ends usually just block or catch the ball on a slot or a slant position. That's why probably Travis Kelsey is the best tight end in the league right now. Okay. Funny thing about Julian Edelman, uh, um, Wade put something in the chat there, right over here. Right there. So he mentioned Julian Edelman. Halfbacks have actually thrown passes. Edelman was a wide receiver, but Brady did a trick play throwing to Edelman, who was at halfback, and he threw it to somebody. I think it was the 2019 Chiefs game. Was this during the postseason or during the regular season? Was this when the AFC Championship in 2018? I think it was like the late weeks of the regular season. I'm not. I don't remember if the Patriots played the Chiefs that year. Um, Let me see. Patriots versus Chiefs. Oh yeah, they did play them last year, 2019. Oh, it was like week. What is it? It was like week 15. No, week 14 of this 20. Yeah, it was 23-16. This was in week 14 against the New England Patriots. Um, Funny thing. Oh yeah, I was gonna mention Julian Edelman. Edelman actually did play quarterback at Kent State, where he went to college. So, and then he was drafted by New England, and he retired a Patriot, and that's kind of interesting. Jazzy Mixel 7 says interesting. Yeah, it is pretty. Austin Elnick says, I think it was the late weeks of the regular season, the one the Pats lost. I call it the Cheerio game because I was eating an entire box of Cheerios when I watched it. I did not see this game. I wasn't really into, NFL at the time, but I've always been a Chiefs fan since. I called the 2019 Texans and Bills wild card. I remember this. I actually did watch some of this game. This is when the Texans won against the Bills, and they choked a 24-point lead in 10 minutes against the Chiefs in the divisional round. The butter toast game, because you got it. I was drunk eating toast, and I wanted the Bills to win, but the Bills are the Buffalo Wing team. I don't know if that's accurate, but I'll take it. I remember the wild card game, Texans Bills. That was it kind of sucked for Buffalo. I wanted Buffalo to win, to be honest, because I don't like the Texans. But at least we clobbered at least we clobbered them in the divisional. That's kind of was kind of a blessing in disguise. I should have called Super Bowl 54 the Captain Morgan game, but I already hated Pirates and lied to my mom about the amount I drank because what's a Super Bowl without alcohol? You are correct, sir. You are correct. Super Bowls are not. I mean, I should have drank a bottle of bourbon during Super Bowl 55. That was a travesty. Anyways, what other questions you got? And I'm able to read all the chats because I don't have a lot of a lot of subscribers or anything like that. But I don't have like a mass amount of people in the chat, so that's kind of cool that people are chatting in here. Let's see. I'm sorry if I didn't read your chats earlier. I didn't notice that you were in the stream. I had the top chat open, and I didn't realize that I had that. So my apologies. Okay, so Les No One X said we should have called during that game 54, but I had you blocked for another month. We could have called. You could have heard me cursing out Mahomes after his second pick and getting pissed when they won. To be honest, I don't know. Um, I think I do remember that vividly. Why'd you get pissed when they won? That's good for us because we hadn't had a Super Bowl we hadn't had a Super Bowl championship in 50 years. The last time we won the Super Bowl, it was Super Bowl 4 and it was against the Minnesota Vikings. And the previous Super Bowl, it was the New York Jets and the Baltimore Colts who 49ers could have won, but Kyle Shanahan is notorious for choking. You are correct. Kyle Shanahan was the offensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons at the time of Super Bowl 51, and he has been the head coach of the 49ers for quite some time now. I don't even know. Probably since when was the last let me see. Yeah, he's been a head coach since 2017. He was that was his last year as a coordinator in 2016. Um, I mean, I think the 49ers defense kind of shut down in like the fourth quarter. Um, that's kind of why that um, that's kind of why they choked. Okay. What are the questions we got here? That's interesting. He was the old coordinator for the Browns before he got hired by the Atlanta Falcons. And before that, he was on in Washington, and he was the what? All right, I will be right back. Keep giving me chats and shit like that. All right. I'm going to catch up on some chats. Still kind of eating dinner at this point. Okay. Timothy Lee says, when did you start watching sports? Probably about late 2019. um, Austin Elmex says, if Dak is clear to play sometime this season, do you think he'll have a good season? I think he'll win at least 9 games, and they'll go to the playoffs with a blazing 12-5 record. I mean, if they can win games, but I don't trust their offensive line right now, and Mike McCarthy's still the head coach, so that's going to be. Okay. Excuse me. Austin Alex says, Timothy, why didn't you watch Fox this night? I asked nicely. He said, because I don't have cable to watch TV. He asked me, why are you a Green Men fan? They went 6-3 and got blown out by New Philadelphia to end their season. The thing is with New Philadelphia is that they were really good last year. And I'm not really a Green Men fan. I went to Aurora, so kind of I do have kind of the tradition of watching the Super Bowl as well, so that's kind of thing. New Philadelphia last year was really good, and I think I think they just got outplayed. I actually know the QB for Aurora. He's one of my friends, Alex Moore. He's going to be a senior, so he'll probably be starting quarterback this year, and then he'll probably play QB in college. But we'll have to see if he goes to the draft. I mean, some of our seniors are going to John Carroll to play football. One of them's an RB, and the other one's an offensive tackle. So, okay. He also says, I'm starting watching sports in like February 2019, Eagles Super Bowl. Norm forced me because he wanted to see the Eagles lose. At that point, I believe the NFL could block a team from playing in the playoffs if they had too many wins. What? You make the playoffs with a ton of wins. That's kind of the thing. You mean February 2018? Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna eat some dinner and then I'll come back and do more of this stream. Probably have to end this around 6. So, by the way, my Tigers went 9-2 and lost to Elcom. That's kind of sad considering. I saw. What do you think of the Tigers? Well, the thing is with the Tigers, I mean, I didn't really see any of their highlights, so I can't judge them based on like some of their highlights. 9-2 is not a bad record for sure. Lost to Elcom. I mean, was Elcom like really really good? Because or did they get blown out in some aspect? Because I think that's kind of. By the way, my Tigers. Okay, what do you think of the Tigers? I don't know. I did see somewhere on Twitter that they painted the Clemson Tigers logo, and it wasn't. Jaden won't be QB anymore. Wait, was he a graduating senior last year? And Elcom won 11-2. They probably had a. They were probably really good too, so that's probably why they made it to the playoffs. Jaden won't be QB anymore. Jaden Stagmeyer. I think that's who you're talking about. I don't know if Jaden Stagmeyer was actually a graduating senior, but I will be right back, and I will answer more of your questions after I'm done eating. He graduated. He's a furry though, so who cares? Oh, okay. Is he playing QB in college? Basketball. Yeah. NBA was kind of Okay, my sister's gone. Okay. So I can stay on the stream a little. All right. I'm going to take this downstairs then and read some more chats as we go. I'll drive sync. Okay. I don't know where he's going. He'll probably be in the NFL playing for the Jags, though. Yeah, I agree. They'll probably sack Urban Meyer in 3 years when he's eligible for the draft. But yeah, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna shower. Oh, at least we have Derek Barth, who decided to join the stream today. Wade's gonna go shower. Yeah, you're gonna see me live eating. These are little pea snacks. I had chicken patties without the bun on them. I like them with honey mustard. They're pretty good. Wonder who else is on this stream. Give me a chat. Ask me a question. Wonder if Jazzy Mixel 7 could join again. Got like 3. It says it has 3 viewers. They'll probably go back down to 1. There it goes. Derek, are you on? Ask me a question. I know Wade's not on because he's going to take a shower, but ask me some more questions. I'll probably end the stream around like 6 o'clock, so I gotta. Or like 6:15ish. Yeah, if Derek's still on. Says there's 1 person watching. Give me a chat. Like, ask like any questions you have. But yeah, what's Hey Do Gay? Hey Dougie. I don't know what that is. It says, but yeah, I like kind of watch Hey Dougie on TV. I don't know what that means. It's a sports Q&A, dude. I don't know what you're. Is that a sports thing? Is that a basketball thing? I don't know. I mean, I don't have to talk about football. I could talk like hockey, basketball, baseball. At least Derek is on. I mean, at least I know he's still on the stream. I can look that Hey Dougie thing up, by the way. Oh, it's a preschool show. It has nothing to do with basketball. Created by Grant Orchard.
Lasted for about 6 years, from 2014 to 2020. I don't know why I'm talking about that. Are you from England? Because it said that was an English show. I'm from the States. Now it says there's two people on. Ask me some sports questions. It's a sports Q&A. Talk to me about baseball, basketball, football. Oh, hey, I got sun chips over here. Now it says there's three people. I don't know who's watching. Give me a chat. Okay, it's back down to two. Okay, it says it's at three. So give me a chat, these three people. Probably Derek, if you're still on. Who's my favorite basketball player? Oh, says the very sketchy artist. It isn't LeBron James, if you're thinking LeBron James. Um, Nobody on the Golden State Warriors. I hate the Warriors. Um, um, are you saying like out of all time or current? Just in general. Okay. Um, Probably Giannis. I mean, he's had a hell of a career. Um, if you're looking back, I'll probably say MJ because he was a beast, especially in the '90s. Um, with the Bulls, gave him like three back-to-back championships, I think, two or three. Who's there? I don't know what you're talking about, Derek. I'm the only one in my house. My parents are at a concert of some sort. My sister went to go hang out with her friend, so I got the house to myself for a little bit. Have you seen Space Jam 2? I have not. I haven't actually seen the original Space Jam, but I do know what it's about. And I've seen clips of Space Jam 2. I don't watch a whole lot of movies. That's what. Yeah, you know is. I don't know what you're talking about, Derek. This is a sports Q&A. All right, I think I know who the two people are. It's probably Derek and the very sketchy artist that is on this stream. Wade said he might come back if he gets out of the shower. What's your favorite football team? Kansas City Chiefs, baby. Kansas City Chiefs. I'm a Chiefs fan at heart. Even though I'm from Northeast Ohio. I mean, the team Northeast Ohio has the Browns. They're pretty good. Be right back. Okay, Derek. See you when you get back. Probably just have very sketchy artists ask me some questions. I mean, nobody's giving me like a hockey question. I mean, I don't know hockey history all too well, but I'm trying to do some research on that. I mean, did see Zeke Elliott's backup play last night. Tony Pollard got a yogurt too. Can I eat that? Thing is, with me being a Chiefs fan, I'm not actually from Kansas City, Missouri. I'm actually from Cleveland, Ohio, and I mean, I'll root for the Browns when they play, but against the Chiefs, probably not. Because they do play the Chiefs this season in week 1. Trying to get the cheese off my hand. All right. Got any more questions for me? Derek said he'll be back. Very, very sketchy artist. Do you have any more questions? Starting to get a little stale in here, but I'll still be streaming until probably 6. So I'll probably do another sports Q&A stream. I'll probably do like a Q&A. Do I do Super Bowl parties? I don't host them, but last year we did. I think the Super Bowl 54 was, before COVID. But my grandparents usually host the Super Bowl parties. This year we didn't. This year we hosted them. It's kind of a mixed matchup there, but Super Bowl 55 was atrocious. Yes, got strawberries. One of my favorite fruits is strawberry. Super Bowl 2019 was trash. You're probably a 49ers fan. Wait, are you talking or Super Bowl 53 against Patriots versus Rams? Or Super Bowl 54, that was Chiefs versus 49ers. I mean, the Rams were really good in 2018, not going to lie. But I think it was kind of Super Bowl 53 was terrible, if you know what I mean. Oh, Patriots versus Rams. I don't really I don't call it Super Bowl 2019 unless it's Super Bowl 54, which was in the 2019 season. You're thinking, yeah, Patriots Rams was pretty bad. It just wasn't a high scoring game. I honestly thought it was going to be so much better on the Rams side. I mean, the Rams were really good during the 2018 season. They I think they won the NFC West and blew out everybody in the playoffs, except for the Patriots. Both Patriots and Rams kind of had mediocre offensive lines. The score was 13-3. Yes, I know what the score was. That's why I said it wasn't a high-scoring game. I remember watching it 2 years ago, and I wasn't like into sports all that often. I think I just like the halftime show. I was doing like all the halftime show was bad. It was bad. It was so bad. Did you honestly? I like SpongeBob, but to like have that intro into sicko mode, that was a disgrace. That was just terrible. I like SpongeBob SquarePants. It's one of my childhood shows, but they ruined the like. That was atrocious. Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree with you on that. You know what else was atrocious last year? The Giants' offensive line. Their first round pick, Andrew Thomas, didn't do so hot. Came out of Georgia, was a stud in Georgia, but now he's like mediocre. He's a terrible pass blocker. I mean, he's a mediocre pass blocker, yeah. But talk about Andrew Thomas, the kid out of the Georgia that the Giants drafted last year. He did mediocre last year. He couldn't run block, especially for Saquon Barkley when he tore his ACL in week 2. That was not good. Hopefully we get to see some comeback player of the year award like candidates. Probably Joe Burrow is on that list. Dak Prescott, Saquon Barkley. Cam Akers could be on that list for 2022 because he tore his Achilles and he's going to miss the entire season. If you don't know, Cam Akers is Rams running back who was drafted in 2020. What's your opinion on Tom Brady? Well, it's kind of impressive that Tom Brady was a 6th round pick out of Michigan and he has 7 Super Bowl championships. Thank goodness we don't have to deal with Brady this season because we don't have to play the Buccaneers. His legacy on the Patriots is outstanding. That's for sure. Buccaneers getting really good now. I mean, before Tom Brady showed up, it was kind of atrocious because they had Jameis Winston, the man of 30 picks, and just wasn't. Buccaneers just kept getting like high draft picks. And now they had the 32nd overall pick. Used it on Joe Tryon, who was a linebacker I don't even remember where he came out of. But Joe Tryon was their draft pick. He'll probably be in the preseason. The Hall of Fame game was kind of boring, to be honest with you. It was kind of like Super Bowl 53. It was a low-scoring game. The final was 16-3, and I don't think I can do a stream of the. I'll probably do a stream on the 2021 inductee in the enshrinees. I'll probably do a stream for that. But this is a piece. Yeah, it's a peach. It has it's not a nectarine because difference between the two is that nectarines have harder skin. Peaches have softer skin. But Tom Brady, what I was saying earlier, I probably think he's the GOAT of football. Of football. It's impressive that he was a 6th-round pick out of Michigan. Backed up for Drew Bledsoe. And when Drew Bledsoe got injured, the Patriots started Tom Brady and they were like, oh, this kid's a stud. He'll probably take us to the Super Bowl. And Bill Belichick, who was hired at the time of Brady's draft in 2000, said, we need to get this kid. He looks good. He can probably win us a few Super Bowls. And he did. And he was probably one of the best to do it. And he wasn't even a 1st-round pick. He was just the quarterback in Michigan. But he wasn't even projected to go like high in the 1st round. That's kind of the thing with Tom Brady. He was a 6th-round pick, 199th overall, coming out of Michigan. Backed up Drew Bledsoe. When Drew Bledsoe got injured by the Jets in 2001, Tom Brady, I mean, I saw this thing on the Jets website or something like that where they had to postpone like one of their games because of 9/11, and that was the game that they were playing New England. That game they were scheduled to play New England that week, but they moved it to the following week because of like 9/11 and all that. But and when Drew Bledsoe got injured, Tom Brady that season, I'm making a video finally. Nice apple. This is actually a peach, if you didn't know. Let me know when it gets posted. Get Trump out of that peach. This isn't politics, sir. This is sports Q&A. A cold ruins me. That's funny. Yeah, but talking about Tom Brady and the sketchy artist was talking about what my opinion was. I just think he's probably one of the best quarterbacks to play the game. Top 5 basketball players. Okay. I think Giannis will be number 1. CP3. No, LeBron James would be 2. Obviously, I think LeBron's he's really good. CP3 would be number 3. Definitely not Pat Bev. Never liked Pat Bev. He's an idiot. I'm thinking of players I actually saw in the playoffs. But Steph Curry. Let's put Steph Curry in there. And probably number 5 will be Chris Middleton. I know it's a pretty wacky list, but started following basketball not too long ago. So long stuff. Oh, that I wasn't thinking. KD would probably be like let's think. Yeah, KD would probably be number 5. Never mind, not Chris Middleton. KD. Kevin Durant. What was the best commercial of Super Bowl 55? I think the Paramount Plus one was pretty funny. The Sesame Street one too, the DoorDash one. I like that one. Because, I grew up with Sesame Street as a kid. I never grew up with sports, speaking of which. I have Jordan's, Kyrie's, and KD's. So those are my top 3. I give the LeBron 16s. That'll be the top 4. You're thinking of shoes, sir. I know what you're talking about. The sponsorships that they got. I wasn't thinking Kyrie Irving either. I did see the Brooklyn Nets in the playoffs, so they lost to the Bucks in a cruel and unusual fashion. Do you have any sports collectibles? I do have a few shirts. I don't have any like bobbleheads or anything. I do have that Cleveland Browns banner that I've had for many, many years. Do you want me to mail you my Joe Burrow jersey? I don't want a Joe Burrow jersey. I don't want one. Sure, he went to LSU and he was damn good there, but yeah, I don't want your Burrow jersey. I'm probably gonna get some money and spend some of it on a Alex Smith jersey because he was one of my favorite players. When he was, I used to have what about the Dak jersey or the Dalvin Cook jersey or the Kyler jersey? I mean, those players are good, but I'm probably gonna get Alex Smith because Alex Smith was he was really good in Kansas City. He was after Matt Castle, who started for us in 2009, I think. That was when CBS had that like weird logo, like that weird score bug, and then I think they changed it a little bit later in 2016, and then 5 years later they decided to change it again, and I'm not gonna like it. I'll chip in for you to get a Mahomes jersey. I know how much you love him. I said Alex Smith. I said Alex Smith. Do you honest? He's not the reason I'm a Chiefs fan. I hated the CBS scorebug for 55. It did look weird. I like the old one. That like the 2016 to 2020 logo. NBC is my favorite. Honestly, the NHL on NBC was probably my favorite of those. And they used to use those for NFL, but they use it for like Notre Dame football. So like the one before 2017, like the score bug before 2018. Like the NBC scorebook that they used before Super Bowl 52. The very sketchy artist said, I used to have an Air Jordan shirt. I probably have like Air Jordan like shorts that I have. Did you guys know MJ is actually the owner of the Charlotte Hornets? You probably didn't know that. Did you see the first downturn fumble last night that the Cowboys gave up? I did see that Like the Steelers fumbled the ball, and Micah Parsons, the rookie, picked it up, the linebacker. I watched the whole game last night, by the way. I must have seen it, or I was probably looking at chats. I don't know. Ask me about history. I know a little bit of history. I'm trying to do a little bit more research about that. Have you watched the Olympics yet? I don't care. I know it's sports. I know there's basketball. I know there's soccer. I don't care about soccer. Was Joe Namath overrated? I don't know. To be honest with you, Joe Namath actually did play. He did play for the Jets, and won them the Super Bowl in 1969, and 1968 season. But I don't know if he was over. I don't consider him to be overrated. I mean, Joe Namath was really good, especially when he was playing in the 60s and 70s. Joe Namath is actually still alive, if you didn't even know. He's like 74, and he does those commercials now. He does like those insurance commercials that I don't even know what he's talking about. But yeah, Joe Namath. The only thing of Joe Namath I know is that he was on the Jets and he won the Super Bowl with the Jets in 1968. Yeah, I have not watched the Olympics. I mean, I've watched bits and pieces of the Olympics because it was probably on at a bar somewhere, but I don't care. I know it's sports. I don't follow all those different kinds of sports like gymnastics. I don't follow that. Soccer, I don't follow either. But or swimming. I don't follow swimming. I only follow like major sports. And I would root for the United States, but I think they have like I know how the Olympics work though. I know that the United States has a few gold, like a ton of gold medals. Okay. Wade said, I'm going to record this shit. I will return. What is your favorite sports? Well, the sports I'm going to be covering on the Sports Reaction channel, I will link it. Give me a minute. I'll do football, baseball, hockey, and basketball. Those are the four that I'll probably be covering on that channel. But I will link that. Okay. I gotta find the YouTube. Here it is. Okay. Ask me some more questions. Do you play sports video games? I do play Madden Mobile, if you know. I'm just waiting for Madden Mobile 22 to come out. EA is it'll probably come out like when the console Madden comes out. Do you know any sports history? Sketchy? I played XSX games. Is that something?
What is SSX? Let me see. Oh. Oh, this is skiing. I see. Yeah, I don't really follow that sport all. I don't follow like those kinds of. It's a snowboarding game. Yeah, I looked it up. I had to because I didn't know what it was. But yeah, I don't follow like the sport of skiing or snowboarding or anything like that. Sorry, my hair is a mess. I have not brushed it since last night. See if people have been texting me. No, I got an email from SoundCloud. I have a SoundCloud account, but I don't really use it to post music. I am a composer as well, but I usually just post my songs on YouTube. Ask me some more questions. I'm uh it's a Q and A after all. I'm probably going to stop streaming at about 6, so get your questions in while you can. I'll do more like Friday Q&As like this. Um Probably change this to like Friday evening Q&A. I'll do more streams like this. I'm going to do them on the sports channel and not here. This is just like a pilot episode of Friday evening Q&A. So I'm going to do like Friday. No, this is going to be called Friday Q&A. Do you play college sports? I don't play sports myself. I'm just like I'm going to be like one of those sports shit posters, like Tree and 5 Points, kind of like that. I sometimes follow college sports, like college football. I did see the College World Series, when Mississippi State dominated against Vanderbilt. That was kind of cool, to be honest with you. I did see a period of the Stanley Cup Final, Tampa Bay Lightning versus Montreal Canadiens. I knew the Lightning would win. I didn't know it was going to be in 5. I thought it was going to be in 4. So, but close enough. I think it's. You play college sports? No, I don't play sports. To be honest with you, I'm not really fit enough for that. If I was gonna play football, I'd probably be an offensive lineman because I'm 5'11", 260, but I'm probably built like an offensive lineman or like a D tackle or something, or O tackle, I should say. Besides, I didn't play sports in high school. You could tackle good. Yeah. I'm 5'11", 260, 270. I don't even know my exact weight. My weight fluctuates during the day, so I don't know my recorded weight. But I'm going to say 260, 270. I'd probably be a good offensive tackle. But
I could probably be good at blocking, but like not running, probably not. I mean, my legs are strong, first of all, but like to like have that much commitment to football, I probably wouldn't be on the team. I mean, I could probably do good with blocking. That's kind of I'd probably be better off being a run blocker if I was going to be an offensive tackle, but yeah, I probably pass blocking would be difficult for me because I'd have to like. Plus, there's like risk for concussions as well, because that's a very, very, very rough contact sport. Football is, and players get on the injured reserve all the time. I mean, look at the 49ers last year; their entire team got injured. There's a little piece of my hair that just okay. But yeah, I probably have like the strength. Yeah, concussions aren't easy. Yeah, Andy Dalton suffered one against Washington, like the not the Thanksgiving one, but the first matchup when they played at home, when they played at FedEx Field, because John Bostic, the linebacker, decided to yeet himself like Vontez Burfict would do. And if you don't know who Vontez Burfict is, you can go fuck yourself, because he was a linebacker on the Bengals, and he did have a stint with the Raiders, but yeah, he was with the Bengals for quite some time. And if you remember in the 2015 wild card, Vontez Burfict had a hit on Antonio Brown when he was with the Steelers, if you remember correctly. But yeah, if I was going to play football, I'd probably be an offensive lineman. I'd probably be a good run blocker. I think I know more about football than all the other sports, because I'm starting to get into all these other sports like baseball, basketball, hockey, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I started off following just NFL and college because of the draft, but I followed the NHL draft a little bit, and did not see the Sabres had the number one overall pick, and they picked Owen Power, who is a defenseman out of the University of Michigan. So hopefully that can solidify that defense a little bit more. I mean, it's pretty bad, especially because it's the Buffalo Sabres. All right, so we got about 25 minutes left. Actually, no, we'll end at about 6:15. We're going to add a little bit more time to this. This will be about 2 hours. I wish I had super chats, because I wish I had the power to monetize. Do you watch football on Thanksgiving? Hell yeah. I watched it last year. I remember I got both of my predictions wrong. When the Lions played the Texans, that wasn't pretty. I thought the Lions would, come out with a win, because, the Texans are terrible. Texans are still terrible, even with a new coach and shit like that. Bill O'Brien didn't help, but with the Deshaun Watson shit going on, I don't think the Texans are any good. And as for the Washington Cowboys game, that wasn't pretty either. I actually picked the Cowboys to win. Instead, Washington came out with a win. It was like 41-16 or something. It was a big blowout. There was like a pick six. There was like a fumble recovery touchdown that was like by Montez Sweat, the I believe defensive tackle or defensive end. He's on the D line, but he came out with that touchdown, and I was kind of rooting for the Cowboys there because that's who I had to win, and they didn't. So I am 1-for-1 on my preseason predictions as of right now. So because this was like the only game that was on in the preseason, and I believe the Steelers and Cowboys get the other three preseason games. So, did you watch the Dallas Star halftime show in 2019? Yes, where they did the Sweet Victory. That was kind of cool. That was cool because the Dallas Stars actually. Yeah, the Sweet Victory thing. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that was kind of cool. I mean, I know the NFL fucked up, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. But see, look at that. I got a little bit tan. I was on vacation last week. I was in Hilton Head. Pretty nice island. Um, yeah, I think that was cool. I mean, the Dallas Stars are okay in terms of hockey operations, but like I know they made the finals last year and got beat by Tampa Bay. I mean, the Lightning hadn't had a championship since I don't know, a long time ago, but but yeah, that was nice to see the Lightning win that one. It was nice. I mean, the Stars didn't make the playoffs this year, this past season, um, but at least Tampa did. I knew Tampa was going to make it. I didn't think they won the Stanley Cup again, but they did. That was kind of interesting. Back to back champions. That actually happened with the 2016 and 17 Pittsburgh Penguins, where they beat the San Jose Sharks the first year and then beat the Kings the second. Actually, no, it was the Nashville Predators in 2017. Never mind. I remember. I think it was San Jose. San Jose in 2016 and then Nashville in 2017. 2018 was the Capitals. That I believe beat the Kings. Right? No, I think it was. Let me see. I know the Capitals won that Stanley Cup, but 2018 Stanley Cup. It went to it was the wait. It was the Vegas Golden Knights. Favorite sports cameo in movies, TV, etc. Um, in 2019, it was the St. Louis Blues that won the Stanley Cup against the Boston Bruins. That swept the Carolina Hurricanes in the third round, apparently. The Stars did make the playoffs that year. Stars beat the Predators. Jets had to play the St. Louis Blues. Calgary had to play Colorado. San Jose had to play Vegas. San Jose was in the conference final. Oh, I'm going to get to your question in a minute. Favorite sports cameo in movies, TV, etc. I did see that one. Favorite sports cameo? I don't know. I thought ew, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really watch like movies or TV or anything like that. I'm gonna um yeah, I don't know, to be honest with you. I'd have to think about that one. Ask me some more questions. You can be any about like those four sports or anything like that. Do you watch basketball on Christmas? Um, I actually did watch. I actually watched football on Christmas this past year. The Saints and the Vikings. If you remember, that's the game that got the Vikings kicked out of the playoffs, like out of the playoff hunt after like going 6-9. It wasn't too pretty. But normally I probably don't. But maybe this year, I don't know. I started following basketball this past year, especially during the playoffs, um, especially the NBA. NBA does kind of, but I do like the NBA finals, though. Those are very interesting times. I'm looking at the chats, seeing if favorite sports movie. The only sports movie I actually didn't really pay attention to, but it was on. It was like we were on a trip and we were going to like Disney or whatever, but they had the movie screens on the on the buses, and they played Miracle, the hockey movie that Disney did, and that's probably the only sports movie I've like taken a glance at. Um, there's also League of Their Own, Major League, Space Jam. Um, I haven't seen The Blind Side. I know that's um, I know it's a football movie, and it's actually based on a true story. But this was like 3 years ago, by the way. I wasn't really into hockey either, like back in the day, back in like 3 years ago. I started following it like during the playoffs, and actually, I didn't start like following hockey in the playoffs. I think it started like taking account of scores and records during the 2021 season. Didn't really watch a whole lot of hockey in that time frame, but this year I probably will. This year I'll probably like watch the first few games of the season, and hopefully those will go well. Hopefully those will go well. I know the Seattle Kraken are a new franchise. Um, they just did their expansion draft. Excuse me, a few weeks ago. And they drafted a few rookies as well. Um, they got Brandon Tanev from Pittsburgh. Um, who's the guy they got from Carolina? I know just Nathan Bastian from the Devils. That's another guy they got. Um, Yanni Gord from the Lightning. But yeah, it's who else did they get? Let's see. Yeah, this was like a few weeks ago. But the Seattle Kraken got Cale and Hayden Fleury. Um, Hayden Fleury came from Anaheim, defenseman. The Coyotes gave them Tyler Pitlick, who they traded to the Flames. Opinion on the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't like them. I mean, their team has fallen to shit since last year. Doug Peterson wasn't really doing so hot on the play calls. Um, going for two when it didn't matter, going at four on fourth down when it didn't matter. It just wasn't really a good season for the Eagles. I mean, they used to be good, but they traded their franchise QB away to Indianapolis, and now he's having to deal with a foot issue. So I don't know who the Colts are going to start either. But the Eagles, I think they're in shreds because, they have a second-year quarterback that's probably going to be their starter, Jalen Hurts. I think they drafted Jalen Hurts because they knew they were going to have to trade Carson Wentz, so they didn't have to pay for his salary cap. It just wasn't a great situation for the Eagles last year, and they ended up finishing the year 4-11-1. So, and if they did win, the Giants would have won the division and gone to the playoffs at 6-10. That would have been good. They won a Super Bowl 2018. People say they cheated, and the Patriots had better defense. I don't think so. But I do know who did win. I know who did cheat to win the World Series, and if you know, it's the Houston Astros. They stole pitcher signals. So, speaking of cheating, they did win the Super Bowl in 2017 with Carson Wentz torn ACL, and that was when they had Nick Foles and Alshon Jeffrey and a lot of their key linemen. But due to free agency and trades, all those linemen are gone, and that's why Philly had a terrible year last year. It just wasn't good for them. And I think the Patriots had a pretty decent defense that game too. They scored 34 points, I believe. 30 something, 30 some points. But like Eagles scored like 41. It wasn't that close of a game, but the Patriots could score. I mean, it wasn't like anything drastic. It wasn't a blowout. But I just think that 2017 team is gone. Carson Wentz was traded. Nick Foles was traded. Actually, he signed with the Jaguars, and then he got injured, and then he got traded to the Bears for I don't know. I don't even know what they got for him, but probably a few draft picks. But yeah, all those starting linemen in 2017 are gone. They drafted a quarterback in 2020 in the second round, Jalen Hurts, because their quarterback situation was kind of shitty, especially with Nate Sudfeld, who turned into a free agent last year and ended up signing with San Francisco. So I don't know who else they have in quarterback depth. I know they got Devontae Smith in the draft, but he could probably be a playmaker. He could probably be a really good playmaker if he wasn't, injured. I think he did get injured in training camp. Yes, I know what you're talking about. I heard someone drop the F-bomb on Nickelodeon during the playoffs. I know what you're talking about. That was Cordarrelle Patterson. That was after he was called for personal foul for running out of bounds on his own. He was like, "What the fuck?" And Nickelodeon didn't hear it on their intercom, and they were like, and they didn't censor it. That was Cordarrelle Patterson on the Bears. If you didn't know. And that was the NFC wild card against the Saints. That's when that happened. That's their fault. Yeah, yeah, they didn't censor that. I don't think they noticed it. But, some players like Cordarrelle Patterson can get a little hot-headed. I'm going to stream for like another 15 minutes and see how that works. I'm going to stream till like 6:15. Yeah, I think. Yeah, that wasn't like any intention to not set. I don't think there was. I just think they just didn't even notice it. It just went over their head. They just didn't expect that to happen. Besides, it was a live broadcast. They wouldn't have expected you know, um, they wouldn't have expected that. That went right over their heads. But yeah, that was Cordarrelle Patterson on the Bears. Yeah, he ran out of bounds on his own, and that's what gave him the personal foul on the kickoff. Um, I think there was like another holding penalty too that was kind of um, um, that was kind of yeah, yeah, but yeah. I will be right back. I'm going to wash my dishes here. Keep asking like questions and stuff like that. I think they had the playoffs on their channel because their ratings are declining. Yeah, I get that. I know what you're talking about. They're not airing a lot of SpongeBob episodes, and that's like their big thing. Where I know my voice is fading out, um, but I think um, their ratings are declining um, because people are going to like streaming services now. So like Paramount Plus, that's where everybody's watching SpongeBob episodes. That's why their ratings are Okay. Let's see what the what's his name? Very sketchy artist has said already. Are you said? Are you subscribed to ESPN Plus? I think we have it on the Apple TV, but not on like the Roku's or whatever. We're not. We're like we have an Apple TV, and I think that's where we get ESPN Plus, but not on the other TVs. Oh yeah, I'll be right back. I have to wash my. I have a fork here that I need to wash too. Oh, we got a chat from Dan Matthews. It says, "Hey, dude, big fan. Where are you from?" I'm actually from Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm not gonna tell you my exact location because I didn't know you were such a big fan of mine. Why'd you comment on my shit, man? Dan Matthews. Doesn't mean you're a Cavs fan. No, I am not a Cavs fan. Actually, I don't know. I know for certain that I'm not a Cavs fan because the Cavs suck. But I will probably root for the Cavs if they're playing, you know. But yeah, I think um I am not a Cavs fan. I love Q&A. Just thought I'd come along. Well, good shit. We got about 15 minutes left on the stream. Because I am going out with a friend later to go get some frozen yogurt. Favorite flavor of crisps? Are you from Europe? It seems like you're from England. This is a sports Q&A. You probably follow European football, which is soccer. I'm from the States. I'm English. I crisps in it. Probably. Fuck soccer, football. I love you, man. I did put a link to my sports reaction channel if you want to go out and subscribe to that. The very sketchy artist says favorite snacks for a football game. Probably potato chips, trail bologna, crackers. Those are some good ones. I'm gonna stream till 6:30. So if you have another, I'm gonna have to get dressed here in a minute. But would you ever poo mid soccer match, or do you have to wait until full time? Probably poo on the field. Because I don't like soccer. Well, I would say barbecue chips. Yeah, Those are some good ones. Barbecue potato chips, those are pretty good. I appreciate the honesty, man. I totally get it. Soccer sucks. Soccer is just boring, and it's kind of like hockey, but it's it's not where you skate on a patch of ice and try to score a goal with a hockey puck. But and hockey's more exciting. I mean, who wants to see 90 minutes of people kicking a soccer ball, you know? This is why I don't watch the Olympics, because there's no American football. Or I know there's basketball and baseball. To be honest, I like soccer. That's your opinion, man. But that is one of the sports that I will not be covering if I'm getting creative, maybe, but probably not. I probably won't cover soccer. Uh, I got a question for you guys. I'm going to put it in the chat. All right. So, what do you guys think is the most boring sport? Hockey's for dudes who kiss each other in the showers. That's funny, man. But I follow hockey. I'm trying to follow the NHL. I mean, that legitimately made me laugh. Hockey's for dudes who kiss each other in showers. That's actually pretty funny. Yeah, what do you think is the most boring sport? For me, it's golf. Five hours of adverts. I can tell you're from the United Kingdom because of the. Yeah, for me, it's golf. I did watch some of the English Open, though. I mean, that was kind of given to Colin Morikawa because he had the lead most of the tournament. I mean, I think. Like, didn't he finish like 17 under par? Hmm. Dan Matthews says American football just because you Yanks have about 5 hours of adverts. Actually, football games are regularly 2 hours. But with advertisements, it's usually 3.5. I don't think anybody gives a crap about golf anyway. I totally agree with you, man. Golf is probably one of the most boring sports that I will never ever cover. Female beach volleyball is pretty sick. I can tell, man. I can tell. I mean, I don't follow volleyball. I have friends who play it, but I don't know how the scoring works either, so. You are in another dimension of sports, my friend. I'm here talking about hockey, baseball, football, and basketball over here, but your guys on another level. So Dan, what would you say about golf? Like, what's your stance on that? I can tell I'm doing more and more live streams as time goes on. I thought I'd only do like one for the clock repair thing, but Golf's bad, but it's not the worst. Yeah. Jazzy Missile 7 says it's been a while since you started a live chat. I have a few friends along the way. I'm gonna be ending the stream in about I would rather play Wii Sports than watch golf. I agree with you. I agree. I think Wii golf is probably better than actual golf because like you know I used to take golf lessons and I didn't realize it at the time that golf was one of the most boring sports in the entire history of sports. But yeah. Jasmix7 said, it's been a while since I started live chat, but I have a few friends along the way. Do you have the vid game coming on? He told me that he found me through you. And yes, I do see the gap in my teeth a little bit. Jesus Christ, I look like Michael Strahan. Look at that gap, man. Look at that. Look at the gap in my teeth. It's traditional to eat. All right, Dan Matthews says it's traditional to eat scrambled egg and pickled onions while we watch football in England. Which football? American or European? Because I know European football is like the big thing in England and all across Europe, by the way. Probably Spain as well. Yeah, I've got about 20 more minutes. I'll do another stream on Sunday. I'll probably do another stream like this on Sunday. There probably won't be a Friday Q&A on August 20th. It'll probably have to be like later at night. So if the only football, not that hand egg bollocks. I do acknowledge that soccer exists, but it is 6:11, so at 6:15 I'm gonna go get dressed. August 28th is my nan's birthday. No way. August 28th is a Saturday. So there won't be like a Q&A that day. Of course I'll keep doing these on every Friday starting this time. Probably around 4. I know this is going to be a short one, but it's probably going to be 2 hours 20 minutes long. So, opinion on Kobe Bryant, says the very sketchy artist. I like Kobe Bryant. I liked Kobe Bryant when I did see a little bit of him on the Lakers when he was there, probably his last season. But looking back, he was probably one of the greatest to play the game with LeBron and Michael Jordan. He did get drafted in 1996 by the Los Angeles Lakers and spent his entire career with the Lakers, retired in 2016. And unfortunately, Kobe Bryant passed away last year in 2020 after a helicopter crash in Calabasas, California. So rest in peace to Kobe Bryant. He was probably one of the best players the Lakers ever had. besides, LeBron James. But it's sad that Kobe Bryant did pass away. I mean, he did retire on good terms. I mean, he had a 20 season career. So, but yeah, Kobe Bryant was probably one of the best to play the game. What's weird, there was a show that predicted his death. I actually did a Halloween special when the Webkins series was coming out. I used to do Webkins videos, but now I don't do them anymore. Um, it was an episode of Tonimax called Halloween of Horror, and I just re-uploaded it for Halloween in 2019. It came out in 2018, but one of the credits said R.I.P. Etika clocks. I did like the Simpsons nicknames like in the credits, and that I predicted Etika's death when he drowned himself. I didn't predict that he drowned himself. I just predicted that he died. So that's kind of a funny story. Dan Matthews said, "Sorry, I can't make it, bro. I'll be eating Victoria Sponge with my nan." Um, what do you mean next week? I'm gonna do a Q&A next week. And I'm gonna do it on the Sports Reaction channel. So I'll it was Legends of Chamberlain Heights. I'm gonna link that channel again. So go subscribe to the sports channel. Um, it is 6:15. Chazzy Mixel 7 says, "I miss Kobe. I miss him too." Kobe Bryant was probably one of the best basketball players to play the game, besides Michael Jordan and LBJ. Not Lyndon Baines Johnson, LeBron James. Um, Probably Giannis if he's up there. He's probably one of my favorites right now. And I'm not necessarily a Milwaukee Bucks fan. I just like Giannis. He's a really good basketball player. And go subscribe to the Sports Reactions channel. Go subscribe to it. He has only 2 subs, and I can yeah. Go sub to the sports channel, the Sports Reaction channel. That's where I'm going to be doing the Q&As from now on. And I'm going to be uploading some videos. I'm going to start with a live stream of a Q&A. I'm probably going to upload this stream to no, I can't. I don't want to do that. There's like too much shit. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm going to go get dressed because I'm seeing my friend later. So I will be right back. It'll probably be taking 2 minutes. So if you guys have any more questions before I end this thing, go right ahead and ask them. I will be right back. All right, let's see what other questions I got. Okay. Jazzy Mixel 7 said just to make sure. So I didn't really miss a whole lot. I only got 2 subs on this channel. Just okay, so I did see the Anaheims. Okay, so I did see that. All right, so something about the Seattle. I was just talking about the Seattle Kraken earlier. I had to get changed for this event that I'm going to. What are you doing after the chat? Oh, I'm going to get frozen yogurt with one of my friends. It's gonna be pretty cool, and I'll probably do another stream like this. But you said something about hockey, and I was talking about the Seattle Kraken, and I was gonna list all these players that they got. So the Ducks gave the Kraken Hayden Fleury, defenseman. The Coyotes gave them Tyler Pitlick, who they traded to the Calgary Flames. The Bruins, who had the first selection, Jeremy Lauzon. Nobody's on here anymore. Somebody's on here. Okay. The Calgary Flames gave the Kraken Mark Giordano, also a defenseman. Those 3 players are defensemen. Tyler Pitlick is a right winger. The Carolina Hurricanes actually gave the Kraken Morgan Geekie, who is a center and a wing. He can play both. He was a restricted free agent as well. Chicago Blackhawks gave them John Quenneville, left wing. Had a cap hit of $750,000. I'm looking at a thing. I've missed you, bro. I don't know who this is. Dan Matthews. I probably know you by a different name. I just don't realize it yet. The Colorado Avalanche gave the Kraken Jonas Donskoy, and when they announced the pick, I don't even know who. I don't know who said the pick, but he butchered the pronunciation of his last name. His name is Jonas Donskoy. He's a right winger, had a cap hit of $3.9 million. The Columbus Blue Jackets selected Gavin Bayreuther, a defenseman. He was an unrestricted free agent. Um, um, okay. I was looking at Snapchats here. The Dallas Stars gave the Seattle Kraken Jamie Oleksiak, who's a defenseman who was an unrestricted free agent. The Detroit Red Wings gave the Kraken Dennis Cholowski, who was a defenseman who had a cap hit of $894,000. The Edmonton Oilers gave the Kraken Adam Larson, who's a defenseman, and I actually knew this before the draft because they leaked all the picks, and I don't understand why. The Florida Panthers gave the Kraken Chris Driedger, who is a goaltender, who is also a UFA. Los Angeles Kings gave them Curtis McDermott, who is a defenseman, got $875,000 in cap hit. The Minnesota Wild gave the Kraken Carson Soucy. He's a defenseman, had a $2.75 million cap hit. The Montreal Canadiens, I said this before, they got Hayden Fleury's brother, Cale, who's a defenseman. He was a restricted free agent that was supposed to, sign with any other. Nashville Predators gave the Kraken Cal Jamkrok. Or Jar. Wait. J-R-J-A-R-N. Jarnkrok. I thought that said Jamkrok for some reason. He's a center and a wing. He has a $2.2 million cap hit. New Jersey Devils, Nathan Bastian, right wing, $825,000 cap hit. New York Islanders gave the Kraken Jordan Eberle, right wing, $5.5 million cap hit. Excuse me. The New York Rangers gave the Kraken Colin Blackwell, who's a center and a wing, $725,000 cap hit. The Ottawa Senators gave the Kraken Joey Daccord, he's a goalie, $750,000 cap hit. The Philadelphia Flyers gave the Kraken Carson Twarynski, who's a left wing, who was an RFA at the end of this season. The Pittsburgh Penguins gave them Brandon Tanev. The Kraken got Brandon Tanev, who's a left wing, $3.5 million a year. I think I knew that. I remember in 2019 when they traded for Brandon Tanev. It was a 6-year, $3.5 million contract, and I think that's just based on their cap hit. The San Jose Sharks gave the Seattle Kraken Alex True, who was a center, who was a restricted free agent last year. The St. Louis Blues gave the Seattle Kraken Vince Dunn, who's a defenseman. He was a restricted free agent. The Tampa Bay Lightning, I think I said this earlier, but the Kraken got Yanni Gourde, who's a center. The Lightning probably would be in shambles if they didn't have Yanni Gourde. Actually, they have pretty decent defense. They have Nikita Kucherov, Andrei Vasilevsky. He's a goalie. Their defense is stacked with talent. He had a $5.17 million cap hit. The Toronto Maple Leafs gave the Seattle Kraken Jared McCann, who's a center and a wing, $2.94 million at cap hit. Vancouver Canucks gave the Seattle Kraken Cole Lind, who's a right wing restricted free agent. The Washington Capitals gave the Seattle Kraken Vitek Vanacek, who is a goalie, had a $717,000 cap hit. And finally, the Winnipeg Jets gave the Seattle Kraken Mason Appleton, who is a right wing with a $900,000 cap hit. So those are the Seattle Kraken picks. I know they're not really. Let's just see how the Seattle Kraken do. I mean, let's just hope they make the Cup Finals in a year. This year on the West Side, on the Pacific Division. I hope so. I hope people are in here. I want to wait for my friend to text me, and then I'll be out of there. So, who's in the chat? Dan, Sketchy Artist, Jazzy Mixel 7. Is there anybody else that would want to ask a question? Last minute questions before I end the show. I can wait. Okay, this is just based on time because I'm just going to wait for my friend to, text me. And it's 6:30. Give me some questions, guys. There's 3 people here. Give me something, guys. I can wait. I can wait for it. The stream hasn't ended yet. You don't have to. Dan Matthews said, "I missed you, bro," and that's where the chat has ended for right now. But whoever's still on the stream, just ask me a few questions about sports or something because I'm ending the show in a little bit. It's now to get your final questions in. That was my girlfriend. She just posted a video of her, singing for some reason. But if anybody doesn't have any last minute questions, can I end the show? Sorry, I had to get something out of my ear there. There was. Give me some last minute questions so I can end the show. Okay. Here's some last minute questions, guys. I'm probably going to end the show in a little bit. Says there's a person here. I'm probably going to end at 2.5 hours. So, or my friend texts me and tells me he's on his way. Yeah, this is a pretty good show. I mean, it's for a pilot. I mean, do more of these Q&As every week. Hopefully, we can just chat about sports like more often than not. But yeah, this was a good show. I mean, I know there weren't any last minute questions. Got about 2 minutes left, so um, yeah. So if anybody has any last minute questions, just post them in the chat. I will answer them very, very quickly. Got about a minute and a half, guys. Last minute questions. We got about 45 seconds before I do like the outro to this show because I'm just gonna keep it at 2.5 hours because this has been an interesting 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and just give me any last minute questions. And if we go over 2.5 hours just because I'm answering them, then so be that. But just give me some last minute questions and I'll answer them and then I'll end the show. Since there's 2 people here. You like combat sports, says Chase Rue. Thanks for the last minute question, by the way. Like what kind of combat sports? Just let me know. Let me know. Like fighting? Not like UFC. I don't like boxing or anything like that. Or wrestling. If that hasn't been asked yet. Thanks for the last minute question. It just um uh I'm going over 2.5 hours, I know. But yeah, oh, I said your last name right? I figured it was French. I mean, Rue is. I figured that's what it was. Any martial arts like Muay Thai, Judo, boxing? Yeah, no, I don't. I don't follow those kinds of sports. Um, I bet the Olympics has shit like that, and it's not. Um, it's not like. Thank you, Chase, for the last minute question. By the way, just give me a few more, and then I'll end it. Like I'll end it once my friend texts me and says that he's here. That he's here. Did I say his name? His name's Brian. By the way, my friend's name is Brian. I know I went past 2.5 hours, but figured I'd just wait it out. Just give me any last minute questions, Chase, if you want. I'll be here till my friend says um, he's here. He texts me and says he's here. That was my girlfriend sending me snaps again. She's listening to some sort of song. I like her voice. I can't go home. I already am home. You went to. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not fucking calling. Anyways. That made me laugh. But anyways. Um if Jay says any last minute questions, let me know. I'm glad I could do this. I'll probably do a longer stream next week. Oh, I got a Discord notification. It's from Ping that I got earlier. Okay, so he says he'll be here soon. Anyways, just give me some last minute questions and I'll answer them. I have all the time in the world. I'll have all the time in the world next week, of course. Of course, I'll be on. Because hopefully. TK12 posted a video. Ranking every Carolina Panthers playing than Cam Newton. Number 2, Cam Newton, 4 career tackles. He's probably defensive line. There have been. I didn't know there was another Cam Newton on the Panthers. Just give me some more questions before I have to go. It's just one of those TikToks from my friend Kennedy. She's a singer, songwriter. Apparently, she auditioned for The Voice and she got rejected. Nobody on this stream now. Fan-fucking-tastic. Nobody. Everybody fucking left. Everybody left. You know what I ought to do? I gotta do this. Norm died. Norm died. Norm died. Norm died. Okay. That was interesting. 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 Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It's fucking going. It's fucking going. It's fucking going. Shit. Shit. No. Ow. Ow. Fuck. 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 Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, good thing I ended that. I don't know what to do now. I'm kind of bored. I didn't have much traction today. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing that shit anymore. It's did Norm die of cancer? Yes, he did. Yep, 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 yep. Nobody's on this fucking stream. Nobody wants to ask a sports question. Didn't really ask me about Clinton Dix. Bill Tyler. He didn't show up. Please, somebody, get the fuck on. Can't really see now. Oh, now I can. I can see there are no people here. Still. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay. That's better. This is a nice little stream that I have here going on here. But nobody's on it. I mean, people were on it before, and I was doing a pretty good job. Pretty good job with people. And now everybody's gone. Okay, my friend is leaving now. So I guess I'm gonna end the show right here. Thank you guys for all the questions. This was a great show. I know this wasn't really a good, happy ending to a good stream, but this was worth it. This was worth all the effort that I put into it. Next week, I'm gonna do a little bit longer episode. Hopefully, I can get that into that. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching this stream. We'll see you next week on the Sports Reaction channel. That's where I'm gonna transfer all this to. So, bye bye. I'm gonna wait a few seconds because goodbye, everyone.